Big Germ has now been traded. This is not a drill. Vancouver won the cup, and then Calgary, and then Vancouver again, and then Saskatchewan, and then Winnipeg, and then Saskatchewan. The cup stays in Canada once again, and we're going to try one more year to keep it that way. What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to your two-time Stanley Cup champions, the Saskatchewan Stags. We're all hurting after our Stanley Cup party. I know you assistant GMs get pretty wild out there, so we're all a little bit hurting. We're all a little bit under the weather, but it's time to get back into the office, and it's time to hop into the NHL entry draft. We're here in Ottawa, beautiful city of Ottawa. They host the 2025 NHL entry draft. Now, let me know what you did with your day with the Stanley Cup. I kept it pretty low key. The first time around I went pretty hard. Time number two, just kept it around the hometown. We worked hard for it and we deserve it. Two-time Stanley Cup champions. Now, this episode could get a little bit crazy, but let's get into some comments before then. Now, I know we talk about Chubbs a lot. I know we talk about him all the time, but this guy can give you 3.9 million reasons why Chubbs is a legend. Now, we have one more year with him on this insane contract, but I just gotta let you guys know about the playoffs all over again. He had 23 points in 26 games. Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, he had 16 goals in the postseason. The guy is a freak of nature. He had a little under half of his regular season goals in the playoffs, which is just nuts. We have this guy for $3.9 million for one more year after this year. I've mentioned this quite a few times, but we have one more year. Now, I said last year was our one more year, but this is literally our last year to keep our core in place, because the year after this, we got to re-sign Hiroyuki, Bowen Byram, Kyle Connor, Chubbs. We got to re-sign Justin Falk. We have to re-sign Dolan for this year. Connor Brown's probably going to be on the way out. Mahalik we have to give a contract to. And as for goalies, let's talk about our goalie situation. Now, we have Big Germ locked up for the next 3 years, which is great. We gave him obviously that contract extension, and now Russ Delmore, he's obviously the goalie of the future. But wait, we have some breaking news from the Saskatchewan Stags Twitter. Nothing official yet, but hearing the Stags are actively shopping Jeremy Tamlin at the draft floor this evening in Ottawa. Hearing a top 3 pick could be in play. Is the two-time Stanley Cup champion out the door? Russ Delmore could be the new starter as of tonight. Saskatchewan Stags Twitter dropping a bomb on us. Let's talk about it here. So, Big Germ, two-time Stanley Cup champion, Vezina Trophy winner, absolute legend. Absolutely. What a career for the 27-year-old. It was a little bit shaky starting off, not gonna lie to you. I was a little bit concerned with these 2 years, but he's really, really dialed it in. In a cap world, though, it's going to be really difficult to pay a $9 million goalie, pay a $14 million winger, an $11 million center, a $7 million center, and then have $12 million tied up in your top 2D, plus $7.5 million for your second line winger, and then $5 million for your second line center, which isn't that bad, honestly. The pay cut from Chubby is honestly saving our ass big time right now. I'd like to re-sign Dolan. We all know that Russ Delmore is going to grow. He's going to be 84 overall at the start of this year. Now, my plan is, the Twitter already leaked it. I already knew this, but this is big news for you guys. I'm going to see if I can move Big Germ at the draft. I know, it's a little bit crazy, but hear me out. We're going to have to pay him an extra $2 million. That means we're going to have $13 million to re-sign the following players. We're going to have $13 million to re-sign Dolan, which I think he's going to want what? He's going to want 6.5? Okay, you know what? That's not that bad, actually. 5.8 is not that bad. Connor Brown, we don't have to re-sign. Anthony Cirelli is going to want what? $3 million? $2 million bucks? That's not bad. There's $8 million bucks right there. Huxley, he's going to want what? He's going to want 3. So there's 11. We got the big kid from Edmonton. He's going to want 1. So let's say that's 12.5. I mean, we can get it done. However, it's going to be extremely, extremely tight. Plus, I think everyone wants to see Mount Rushmore take the lead between the pipes. I'm not 100% sure. These are just rumors at this point. But I think it's time that we move on. Let some new young blood come in here. He's got 2 Stanley Cups. He's going to be a huge asset to any team. But let's see what the top 3 draft picks are looking like. So Jake DeBoer, who is a left wing. I'd rather a center. center, but I mean, a stud winger I'm not going to say no to. 17 years old, kind of reminds me of a young Jack Hughes. 17 years old, ripped up the National Development Program. Now, Isaac Robbins, scouted to go number 2, but previously, his previous Central Scout rating was at number 1. Now, he's out of the OHL, had 91 points in 68 games. Again, a 17-year-old. And then we got Maxime Dumont, who looks like he is an assist master. He had 74 apples this year. However, it was in the Q, so you got to take that with a grain of salt. The Q is obviously not as strong of a league as like the US program or the WHL or the OHL. So you got to take that, but still, he does look pretty sick. If I am going to trade Big Germ, I want to trade him not only for cap relief, but I would like to trade him to a team that really needs him. So we're kind of on a race against the clock here because we only have 2 minutes and 50 seconds to strike up a deal with the Toronto Maple Leafs. Now, I want to make sure it's a deal that makes sense. I can already see some people in the comments saying, look at Big Germ's trade value. It's all maxed out. Why don't you go trade for another stud? Looks like Toronto have too many goalies, so I have to get someone back. I understand that. I get he has a ton of trade value, but we don't have the room, nor do we need another giant cap hit. This is strictly a cap move, and we have a young player coming up in Mount Rushmore, so I guess it makes sense. I'm trying to talk myself out of this, but I'm also really wanting to make the trade. However, I'm looking at Toronto here. Let's see what kind of prospects they have to throw our way. It doesn't look like they have a ton, unfortunately, but I don't want to trade for the second overall pick because what if it's not as good as the first? I mean, there is that shot, though, that Robbins could be just as good as DeBoer. But, I mean, I really don't want to take this kind of risk, especially with, I mean, the caliber of player that we're trading right now. A, I can't afford to not get the best value for him, and B, I can't afford to trade him in our conference, so I really don't want to do that. It looks like it's kind of a 1-2 type situation, and the third overall pick isn't going to be quite as good. So I got a minute and 20 seconds left. I got to see what I can get here. Sandlak, how are you? You are a 19-year-old third rounder, two-way center. Doesn't have a ton of trade value. Stajan, kind of the exact same thing. He's 19 years old. Let's see if we can throw him in the deal. Gonna see if I can get a fourth and this Sandlik guy. Now, it doesn't look like a ton, but that first overall pick has a ton of trade value. Now, I'll talk more about Big Germ once we make the trade go through. I'm basically trading him for the first overall pick and some potential pieces for the future. Oh man, 45 seconds. Will this go through? Trade rejected. Okay, what about with just the prospect, all right? Just the prospect, trade rejected. It's a bit low for us. So what if I made it a fourth? We have 30 seconds. I got to make the trade go through. Something's got to happen here. I got to get a little extra here. Give me the fourth. Will this go through? Trade accepted. Oh my God. We believe this transaction will contribute to our success here in Toronto, so we are accepting your trade offer. I can't believe it. Big Germ has now been traded. This is not a drill. Oh boy. Okay, now it's not over. Don't take your sigh of relief yet. This is far from over. If this first overall pick sucks, we have made the worst trade ever. And instantly you can see that Toronto welcomes Freddie Anderson to the trade block. Oh boy. Okay, so the first overall pick. I'll talk about Big Germ a little bit more, but let's go up here and let's make our selection. Is it going to be Jake DeBoer or is it going to be Isaac Robbins? You got to go with the best player available. I mean, there wasn't really a whole lot else I could have got out of Toronto, realistically. Like, okay, just for fun, let's say we get the second overall pick and that turns out to be Isaac Robbins. What else could have we gotten? So, I mean, the prospects aren't really much better, maybe a little bit, but we got that fourth. I mean, could I have gotten a third? I mean, no. I would have had to settle for a sixth or a seventh. So you know what? I'm happy with that. We made the right move. And I couldn't trade for a roster player because we don't have the cap to do so. Big Germ is a Toronto Maple Leaf. I don't believe it. All right, let's walk up to the podium. Let's make our selection. I'd like to thank the great city of Ottawa for hosting the NHL entry draft with the first overall selection for the second time in our franchise's history. We are extremely proud to select from the U.S. development program, Jake DeBoer. Welcome to Saskatchewan. Please be good. My job is on the line. And he's 84 overall. Damn. Okay. All right, we're looking good here. We're looking good. Jake DeBoer. Oh man, he looks good. Oh, look at his shooting category. That's the first thing I saw. 5 stars, 93s across the board. Now he's listed as a power forward, so what comes to mind right away is like a Jamie Benn. Maybe not quite as big, but his physical category is nice. His skating is excellent for a bigger player. His senses look really good. Defensively, he looks nice as well. Puck skills are nice. Damn, we got ourselves a stud here. An American stud. Welcome to the squad. Oh man, okay, so just hypothetically here, throwing out the hypotheticals, what does, I think Isaac Robbins is his name? Oh, he's also 84. Damn, okay, look at his shooting category, also 93s across the board. They kind of look like identical players. However, Isaac Robbins is a sniper and Jake DeBoer is a power forward. He's a little bit bigger, so automatically I think his physical category is going to be a little bit better. Isaac Robbins is 3.5 stars, and then obviously Jake DeBoer has 4 stars. Shooting is the exact same. The senses category is 3.5 for our player, for Jake DeBoer, and 4 for Isaac Robbins. Skating is 4.5 for Isaac Robbins. Exact same thing with Jake DeBoer. Defensively, 4 stars, 4 as well, and then puck skills 4 and 4. So the only real difference I can see here is the senses category being a little bit better and Isaac Robbins not being quite as physical. It's kind of a toss-up, to be honest with you. Now the big question is, what is the guy from the Q? What does he look like? He's 81 overall. Okay, so we definitely made the right choice. Definitely made the right choice by not trading him to the Washington Capitals, but yeah, he had a nasty year in the Q. But how does his stats compare? His shooting category is really, really good. He's not quite as well-rounded as Isaac Robbins and Jake DeBoer, but you know what this means? A nice little Western Conference opponent. We got ourselves a new rivalry on our hands. The 2 super rookies, Isaac Robbins and Jake DeBoer. It's kind of similar to like a Jack Hughes Capo Caco situation where, I mean, Jack Hughes has that slight edge, but maybe Jake DeBoer has the slight edge. What's an even 1-2? I mean, maybe like a Evgeny Malkin Ovechkin type thing? I don't know. I can't really think of a comparable, but if you can, let me know in the comments. But we'll talk more about Big Germ. I promise I'll give him his proper send-off. Anyone else? Any other studs after the top 5? Ooh, Philly, 81 overall. That's a pretty good pick. So with our pick we got from the Buffalo Sabres, who are we going to select? We can continue on picking wingers here. Amari Keeler, who is A+, which I like, 18 years old. He has the C-. He is 5'9". We don't really need any more centers. So I think I'm going to go with, or we can go with the defenseman here, Peter Mahalik. Looks like a big defensive defenseman. I'm going to go with Keeler here. Let's go with Keeler. Why not? He's from Norway. I love my Norwegians. I think that's the Norway flag. Anyways, I'm going to get toasted in the comments if it's not. Yeah, it is Norway. There you go. Matt Zuccarello style. Let's go. Welcome to Saskatchewan. He is 66 medium top 6. It's not bad. We went off the board a little bit. Mahalik, 70 overall. That's a really nice pick there. Nystrom, 65. So they're not going to pick this other guy for a little while. There he is, 65 overall. So Mahalik might have a little bit higher trade value, but I mean, we probably made the right choice there. So we have one more pick in the oh my God, I was going to say we have one more pick in the first round, but look at this guy, 78 overall. Is he 20? He's only 18. Ken Kovalchuk, he played in the O last year. 44 points in 64 games, 78 overall. This guy's almost NHL ready. Damn, what a selection. One pick before us. Man, you just hate to see that. You just hate to see it. All right, so we picked 2 forwards in the draft. Might as well go with the defenseman here. We can go with the big guy from Spokane, or we can go with Stanley McClellan, who's not the biggest guy, 5'11", 6'4". Do I want a big bruiser? Let's go with Stanley McClellan here. Let's go with him. Tail end of the first round, 32nd overall. Let's see what we got here, and he is 62 overall, medium top 6. I would have loved myself that Kovalchuk guy. So Bobliev was the exact same. I think we made a pretty decent choice there. I'm not gonna complain too much on that one. All right, going to the 4th round here. Skipped right over the 3rd round. We got Tuukka with 2 U's and 2 K's. Tuukka Curry. He is another defenseman, A+. Or we can go with Caesar Oban. What a name. He had a pretty good year in the Q. Samuel Axon. We've picked a defenseman. What do we do here? Pick a big winger. Another big winger. We've had good luck with them. Or we can go with Tuukka Curry. Let's go with Tuukka Curry. There you go. He is 57 overall. Not great. What did we miss out on? Oban probably would have been the better choice. You win some, you lose some. That Tripp guy's pretty good as well. Yep, we probably didn't make the right choice there. All these players are way better than what we chose, so you can't win them all. We hit a home run with that first overall pick, though, so I'm happy. Okay, right away I see the most Russian player ever, Alexei Bure. Just off the name, I'm going to go with him. Welcome to Saskatchewan. Love that Bure name. Let's see if he can live up to it. 59 low top 6. I thought I saw a medium elite here. I did. Hickey, 49 overall. Not bad, New York. Not bad at all. Gonna pick our 2nd American out of the draft, Reed Bilesma, who had 31 points in 63 games. He is a 60 overall low top 9. It's not terrible. The last pick in the 6th round, we picked a big kid from Edmonton. How about a big kid from Portland? Dante Cairns, who is 20 years old, 6'4". He could be a beast for us. I like picking 20-year-olds. Let's see how he turns out. Also have a look for any franchise guys, just for fun. Did I see any? No franchise guys. Oh, no, that's a fringe starter. It's my eyes deceiving me. A couple of fringe starters. 58 medium bottom 6. Meh, it's okay. I believe we have a 7th. Yeah, we do. The last pick in the last round. Let's go. We can go with Albert Montoya, another 20-year-old. Keaton Demensky, crazy Russian name. Craig Lassard, Rod Lupel, son of Joffrey. I don't know if that's the truth or not. I just completely made that up. All right, let's go with a goalie here. 6'2", 198, Adrian Urkamps, who, I don't know. I'm not saying he's going to be anything good, but picking a goalie in the 7th round. Let's go. Patrick Hornquist style, Pekka Rinne style. I saw a medium fringe starter. All right, not bad. So there you go. The 1st overall pick, Jake DeBoer. Welcome to the squad. Now, I know trading Big Germ was definitely not easy. It's something that I've been taking a couple days on after winning our Stanley Cup. I mean, a couple weeks after winning the Stanley Cup, he's on a new team. Has that ever happened? I mean, maybe Marc-Andre Fleury, I guess, was the last time that happened. It's definitely an uncomfortable situation, but we got $16 million to work with, so let's go ahead and sign who we have to, and then we will head off into the free agency period, where we're going to have to get a backup goalie, and I think that's it. But now with the addition, we're actually going to sign him right now. With the addition of DeBoer, that means a 3rd line spot now needs to be shuffled around. So we're going to have to make some sort of a line change. But there you go. DeBoer, welcome to the squad. Welcome to the NHL. Let's go ahead and sign who we have to. We're going to go ahead and let go of Connor Brown. He's got a Stanley Cup ring. Hopefully he can cash in the free agency period, get a big old check. So let's see who I got to re-sign, and let's get it done. All right, so I'm going to go less term, more money on Dolan, $6 million for 3 years. Let's see what he has to say about that. Anthony Cirelli should be a pretty easy contract, 2.1 for 2. Not going to argue with that. Nick Leddy, we're also going to say goodbye to. Thank you for your service. Congratulations on your Stanley Cup ring. Yeah, that goalie, I mean, 51 overall is a little bit scary, but medium fringe starter in the 7th round, I gotta think that's a win. He had 12 shutouts this year in the WHL. 12 of his 30 wins were shutouts. That's insane. The only real thing I'm concerned about right now is Dolan. I don't know if he's going to take the less term but more money. Cirelli also said no. Lewis, he said yes. Pandolfo, Huxley. Huxley was cheap, which was nice. Come on, where is he? DeBoer, there you go, buddy. Welcome. The big kid says yes. Jarvis, Honka. Dolan says no. All right, so Dolan, I'm going to have to work out a little something here. So Dolan, and we're also going to have to sign Anthony Cirelli as well. We do have 14 million, so I'm not too concerned about it. All right, what about 2 years at 6.3? All right, let's try that. And then as for Anthony Cirelli, I mean, 4th line center, he's kind of been here since pretty much the start. You know what? You've got a couple of Stanley Cup rings. You deserve that extra little pay bump. There you go, 2.5 million. That should be enough to get it done. There you go. Anthony Cirelli says yes, and Dolan still says no. Okay. So we got one more day to work it out with Dolan here, or he's going to go to unrestricted free agency, which I don't really want to do. Now, he doesn't want an extension. The 6 years, I mean, it's not crazy. It's really not. I'm going to have to pay him at least $6 million. I could give him a 6x6 for a top 4 guy, a 6x6. It's a lot of money. It's kind of what we didn't want to pay Hayden Fleury, but it's kind of what we're going to have to pay him to keep him, isn't it? I mean, he's a huge piece on our team, so let's go ahead and do it. Give him the old 6x6. There you go. Louis Eriksson style. Hopefully he signs for that. If not, we're going to have to strike another conversation up in free agency. He still says no. Damn. I mean, 6x6, that's a lot of money. What if I gave him a big boy deal, like a 2-year deal at like 6.6? Let's go big boy style. All right, let's go big or go home. I'm not playing around. 1-year deal at $6.8 million. All right, you got your Stanley Cup. We are a cap team. I know we're a cap team, so I got to be a little bit flexible here. I'm looking at the best interest of the team. Let's go. Is he going to sign? He says yes. Jordan Dolan says no. Sorry, Julian, not Jordan. He says no. I got his first name wrong. That's probably why he didn't want to sign. Doesn't even know my first name. I'm not going to sign with that clown. Makes sense. I feel you. Don't worry. Holy, look at this. Look at this. Ooh, hold on. We got Quinn Hughes in free agency. Ooh, okay. I like me some Quinn Hughes. He is a Seattle Storm Bear legend, plus he puts up points. Holy, we could get Quinn Hughes. Okay, this could be awesome to steal him out of Vancouver, but look at Kuhlman. Holy, he goes to free agency? That's crazy. I mean, when's the last time this guy didn't score 60 goals? He's a freak. Whoever gets him gets a franchise-altering player. I think we're going to stay away from Dolan and maybe go after Quinn Hughes. Hughes is he's got a ton of people interested though. So I'm definitely going to have to pay up. I'm down to pay 6.8 for 4 years for a guy who's going to put up 50 points. I am all about that. Quinn Hughes, make the right choice, buddy. Come on, make the right choice. Michael Dal Colle went back up to an 87. Damn. Okay, so he's looking to cash in. That's for sure. Now we need a backup goalie. All right, so we got to get a couple of things done here. Is there a backup goalie in free agency? A guy like Tyler Parsons or Ville Husso. I don't want to go long term though. There you go. A guy like Robin Lehner. I wish he was like 83 overall. I don't really want him to steal starts. 34 years old, Robin Lehner. I'm pretty confident that Delmore is going to jump up to an 83, 84, but just in case, I'd like to get a really solid backup. Someone like Tyler Parsons, Philip Gustafson, someone that can, not split the time, but definitely give Delmore a bit of a break in his first year as a starter. But I don't want to get someone who's going to be equal in overall to him. So that's why I'm more looking toward a guy like David Riddick or Tyler Parsons, 2 ex-Calgary Flames tendies. But I'd like someone who can get the job done. I just don't want to get a guy who's like 80 overall just to be there. I want a guy who, is a really good goalie. And David Rittich might not be that. He had a terrible year. But if I gave him a 1-year deal at $4 million, that's a lot to pay for a backup goalie. That's a shitload to pay for a backup goalie. Like, isn't it crazy to see a guy like Anton Forsberg, who went from being the stud in Nashville all of a sudden to being in free agency, and he's probably going to be either retiring in the next couple years or in the AHL. Like, it's kind of weird. It's weird how that all works out. Yes, I did see that Connor Hellebuck is in free agency, so Winnipeg finally made the right choice to going with Big Mac. Now, I don't necessarily want someone, Carolina, you guys need a goalie in a bad way. I don't necessarily want someone who is, like this guy. That makes no sense for me to go trade. I'd like to trade for a guy who's like 82 overall, has minimal trade value. Someone like Malcolm Subban. That's a perfect backup goalie. Absolutely. There you go. That's exactly what I'm looking for. 2 years at 2.7. That's reasonable. He's 32 years old. He's really struggled in the past. Let's still have a look around. But Malcolm Subban is kind of the ideal guy I'm looking for. There's a lot of teams that don't have any goalies. Is this guy's name Jeff Carter? Oh, no. There's no goalies for Nashville. There's no goalies for Montreal. I mean, they have this guy who could be good in the future. There's a 40-year-old Devin Dubnyk over there in Minnesota. But who's this guy? Franchise goalie drafted in the second round. Topi Alto. Damn. All right, well, there's your goalie of the future. Same thing with the Rangers. No goalies. And Ottawa as well. Where'd all the goalies go? Same thing with Pittsburgh. What the hell? Martin Jones. Okay, he makes a ton of money, actually. Never mind. It's only for one more year, though. We'd probably get him for nothing. Same thing with Tampa. You're going to run with 274 overall goalies? What are you doing? Oh, Toronto. Big Germ. Oh, I don't even want to look at it. I feel like I haven't really spoke enough about it, but I'm just sad. Just sad is the way I would put it. Just a sad guy. Like, where are all the goalies? All right, so we could go out and trade for Malcolm Subban, who's going to be cheaper than any free agent we can get, and he's pretty good. Coming to a really good team, I think that might be beneficial towards Malcolm Subban. So let's see what we can trade for him. I don't really have a whole lot. However, I'm kind of willing just to give you scraps for him. Let's see what you'll take for him. All right, let's see if we can trade this guy. We're not going to use him. He's low elite, 25 years old. He's basically going to be nothing for us. I think he's 75 overall, so it's basically going to be nothing for us. For Malcolm Subban, trade value is pretty even. Trade rejected. Okay, they're being a little bit stingy here. What if I threw in a 4th and a 7th? How about that? Trade accepted. There you go. We got our backup goalie. We got Malcolm Subban and we got Mount Rushmore between the pipes. Now I'm waiting on Quinn Hughes. Here. Hopefully he decides to sign. If not, we have a huge hole in our top 4 defense. Please sign Quinn Hughes. Come on, baby. Sign. There you go. Welcome to the squad. Of course he's going to want to come to a Stanley Cup winning team. All right. So, yeah, we just did a whole bunch of stuff. We did everything. So it looks like Dolan's gone now. Oliver Ekman-Larsson, a free agent. Now we have $5 million to work with. We don't really need anything. However, once we get up to the start of the season, I'm already seeing that there's going to be a bit of a problem. Oliver Shillington, no thank you. And that problem is going to be we're going to have too many bottom 6 players. Obviously, now with the addition of DeBoer, we have to play him in the NHL, obviously. So let's see what the squad's looking like. We're going to have to do some shuffling around, but this is what I would call a franchise-altering episode. All right, so I'm a little bit nervous here to have a look at what the squad is looking like. I'm thinking we're going to have a bit of a problem with the bottom 6. I think our defense is going to be nasty. We basically just traded, I guess, Dolan for Quinn Hughes, which is a huge win in my books. I like that a lot. He's going to play with Justin Falk, so our defense is going to put up some serious numbers this year, as per usual. But let's have a look at the squad once the preseason gets done. Whenever this is going to happen, longest preseason ever. Okay, preseason is over. Thank God, that only took 10 years. Let's have a look at the squad. Let's see what we're looking like. Okay, so it's actually not. I thought that Fiddler and the Big Kid were going to be a little bit better. However, they're listed as fourth liners. So that makes total sense. I'm happy with that. Is there anyone scratched? Let's see. Anyone who should be playing? Okay, there's our problem. Norm Clarkson. He should be playing in the NHL. Same with Franzen. So we kind of do have a problem. I mean, would you guys rather have Fiddler or would you rather have Franzen? You guys can let me know. And as for Norm Clarkson, man, what do we do? Is he going to be trade bait? What do we do? What do we do? So that's how that's looking. Good to go. Yes, yes. 98 face-offs on a Gucci. You're a beast. A Afinosenkov, Huxley, and DeBoer. That's a nice looking line. I'm going to see if I can give DeBoer power play time. Our defense looking so damn nice. 26-year-old Quinn Hughes coming off of a 50-point campaign. 58-point campaign after the hat trick of 60-point guys. I mean, you could see 3 60-point defensemen right now. And shout out Emmanuel Mahalik. 85 overall. I thought I would have never seen the day. What a guy. Love this guy. And then Callie Klingberg right there, who was our depth player from last year, but he's now cracking the squad. Now here we go, having a look at the goalies. Please be at least 83 overall, and he's 84. Okay, that's exactly what I wanted. And Malcolm Subban's down to an 81, but I'm not too worried about it. Russ Delmore, he's the starter, and we're rolling with it. So we're going to leave the roster as is right now. However, just keep in mind that we do have 2 players scratched in Franzen and Clarkson. Now, Clarkson, I really, really like. He was a playoff beast for us, so there's no reason why he shouldn't be playing. I mean, he had 41 points. I can't scratch this guy. I can't do it. I got to throw him where, and he's a center too, which kind of sucks. I got to throw him where Fiddler is, and I guess we could just trade Fiddler. Fiddler's 22 years old, so I guess we can part ways with him. Norm Clarkson, Anthony Cirelli, and the Big Kid from Edmonton. So both of these players don't require waivers, which is great, but I think Franzen should play on the NHL team, but that means we have to either trade a Afinosenkov, which I don't really want to do. I don't know. You guys can let me know. It's never perfect here in Saskatchewan. We're always working around something, but our HL team looks nasty, if that's any sort of a positive. There's how that looks, and then between the pipes, we got Tersambiev and Flood. All right, so just because I love franchise mode so much, let's see if we have a rivalry game here. But regardless, I'm going to get 5 games of simulation done. I want to see DeBoer's first NHL goal, and I want to see if we have a game against San Jose this month. Okay, we don't, but we do have a game against the Canucks on the 1st. Actually, wait, before we do this, we got lots to do, actually. Go refill your drink. We could be here for a little while. I got to see who signed all of these stud free agents, if we still can, and of course we can't, so I'm going to have to manually do it, of course. So right away, I'd like to see where Dolan ended up. Watch him go to like the Red Wings or something. And he goes to the Ottawa Senators. Okay, so good luck in Ottawa, Dolan. You got your Stanley Cup. You cashed in. Actually, interested to see how much you made, just for fun. Let's see. He made $6.2 million, so it's pretty even there with Quinn Hughes. I think we got the better player personally, but that's just me. Now, I have no idea how to spell that other guy's name. I don't know if it's Kulemin or not, but I'll have a look around the league and we'll see where he fits in anyways, just for fun. Obviously, he's one of the best players in the NHL, so he's not going to be too hard to find. Just got to find like a 95 overall franchise player. Obviously, it won't be that difficult. Have a look at the Columbus Blue Jackets. They are so damn deep. That's insane. What's up, Bones? So Michael Dow Cole goes to the Dallas Stars, so that is a nasty top 4 that they have. And he didn't go to Florida. That's also a positive, even though I don't know if that would even help him get into the postseason. He ends up signing with the Minnesota Wild. All right, he's going to play alongside of Caden Strite and Colin White. So there he is, Yuri Kulemin. Right, that was his name. I probably could have just searched for it, but anyways, that was kind of fun. Now, just one time we can all look at it. Ooh, actually, where did... what's his name go? Where did Freddie Anderson go? Big Germ, oh man, I just feel like I don't want to talk about it because I'm so sad. Just looking around, okay, there it is actually. So Frederik Andersen goes to the Colorado Avalanche. So I was just looking around to see if he went to a team that maybe really, really needed him. But obviously we're going to have to circle our calendars against the Toronto Maple Leafs whenever we play them. Where do we play them? We play them on the 27th of November, so that's one game. We only play them one time? Okay, we play them 2 times, so we play them on the 8th of February as well. One more time just for fun? Nope, that's it. All right, so circle those 2 games on our calendar. They're going to be an emotional one, that's for sure. But let's go game number 1 of the 2026 NHL regular season. This video has been a complete blockbuster. We've got a new top 4 defenseman, a new stud forward in DeBoer. Let's see what he's going to do against the LA Kings, who won their season opener. They're 1-0. Let's go, defending Stanley Cup champions, period. Number 1, and it's 1-0 for them. Handzus scores on Russ Delmore. Period number 2. All right, still 1-0. Can we score a goal? We don't even score a single goal. We get shut out. I'm sorry, Russ Delmore. This is not a sign of things to come, I promise. I think I'll slow sim the game against New Jersey, and that'll be our last game. Just because that's going to be the Hughes brothers going at it. So let's go ahead and do that. They're 2-0, looking to get our first victory. Come on, do it against Frederik Andersen. Come on, come on. You traded a player that cost him his job, and you shut him out 6-0. What's up, Russ Delmore? How are you? That's a big, big statement game there. I mean, it could have been Malcolm Subban, but I highly doubt it. 6-0, 3-2 win, and then a 3-0 win. So 2 of our 3 wins are shutouts. Russ Delmore, how are ya? All right, so 2 3-1 teams going at it. The Hughes brothers, Jack versus Quinn. Let's go, baby. Period. Number 1, and it's 1-0, and it's Mahalik, the 3rd pairing defenseman, the original 47 overall member. What a beast. Period number 2. All right, 2-1. The big kid from Edmonton. Talk about depth scoring. We got our bottom pairing defenseman, our 4th liner scoring goals. Let's go. All right, 2-1. Hopefully we can hold the lead here. 27 shots to 24. Big power play for them. That's a big kill. That's Russ Delmore, baby, stopping pucks all day, every single day. You love to see it. And wow, oh my God, Jack Hughes. Actually, it's Malcolm Subban between the pipes, but Jack Hughes with 1 second left. Are you joking me? Are you joking me, Jack Hughes? You want to show up your brother like that? All right, I guess we'll go to a shootout just for fun. Jack Hughes with 1 second left. He forces a shootout, but unfortunately Hiroyuki eats a bunch of pad there, and that's a no goal. Russ Delmore between the pipes, his first shootout, and he makes a big save, number 30. Big save on Nico Hischier. Sugimoto, lots of speed, couple of moves, tries for the 5-hole, but Andre Vasilevsky says no. Lehner, he comes in on Delmore, and sticks out the pad. Sorry, that's not Delmore, that's Malcolm Subban. I knew that. I just immediately went to think, oh God, how'd that post taste? I just immediately thought it was Russ Delmore. Sorry, it's not. It's Subban, all right? It's Subban. There's a big save. All right, Adam Boqvist, the Norris Trophy winner, comes in, he scores. There you go, huge goal. Now Jack Hughes, the brother of Quinn, he comes in. Oh man, he is clutch. What a goal. All right, Aguchi, number 21. Here you go, you put the pressure on, and he goes to eat a bunch of post as well. The game on your stick. Armsden, this guy's a tank. Look how big he is. And Malcolm Subban allows the goal. Jack Hughes 1, Quinn Hughes 0. I'm going to hear it in the comments. I just said it was Malcolm Subban. All of a sudden, I'm like, oh, it's Russ Delmore. We're at number 30. Duh. All right, so a 3-1-1 start. Not bad at all. Aguchi leading the way with 4 points. He's got 4 goals. The big kid from Edmonton, look at this guy. He's got 4 points. 3 of them are goals. Perfetti's got 3. Hughes has 4. How are ya? Sugimoto's got 4 as well. Looking at the kid, where is he? DeBoer, 14 shots on net, so it's not like he's, not trying out there. He's got a ton of shots, but unfortunately just not finding the back of the net. All right, so what I need from you guys, what I need from the assistant GMs down there in the comments after I compare. Where is he? Are they even playing him in the NHL? Okay, there he is. So Robbins beats DeBoer in the point department. He has 1 apple. So both players off to kind of slow starts. But what I need from you guys is lines. And what do we do about our situation with Franzen? Do we play him? Do we trade him? Do we trade Fiddler? What do we do? And look at Russ Delmore. 2 shutouts, a 0.74 goals against average. What a beast. And Big Germ is 3-0 with 1 shutout because, of course, he is. He's a beast. Now, I'll give my proper speech on the Big Germ trade in the next episode. I want to get your guys' comments. Did we win? Did we lose? Are we a better team? Are we worse off after the trade? You guys can let me know in the comments. Be honest with me. Let me hear it. And I will see you guys in the next one.